Hold on. Nice.
I'll handle this idiot. Keep loading. We're out of here in 30. And who the fuck are you?
Yeah, you don't know fucking hobo ranger?
I'm someone with nothing to lose.
Someone with nothing to lose. Which is probably bad news for you.
Well, with nothing you have, you're about to lose again.
I love this.
Whatever the
game.
case,
It's literally a
I'm
TV
gonna have to
show.
deal with a pack of fucking Skittles idiots like you.
Skittles idiots.
Look, you're hurt. You're not thinking straight. You don't want to fight someone who knows which
Punch with
hand
the
the
right.
punch is coming from.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah!
I'll punch you with my broken arm.
You still get your ass kicked, but hey, at least you look cool doing it.
Yeah.
Help. Help.
Where are you?
Over here, follow the highlights.
Shit.
Spitting
Get off. You might get hurt a little bit if I shoot.
Coach. Get your fat ass over here. Coach? Coach?
Damn it.
Coach, where are you going?
There we go. I got you.
Come on.
He's almost dead. No, coach. He's the man.
Coach just left me.
He's a
stared
one-man cheeseburger apocalypse.
He straight up just stared at me, reloaded his gun, and then walked over me. Wanderer, you must rescue my daughter from the beast and from herself. Please fulfill this old man's final wish. You know, if I had a nickel for every time I had to fix someone's daddy issues by being their new daddy, I'd have about like 20 cents. Chat, hello. Ignore any weirdness you might have heard. I hit the wrong button. I hit the desktop audio. So,
Wow.
I'm so good at
Fake
this, guys.
streamer.
I will at least say this. I have upped many streamers by being on time. Like 99% of the time.
You're better than 99% of VTubers
Yeah.
with that statistic.
Like, yeah, okay, there are some days where, you know, maybe I'm just not, like, feeling it. I just know, like, man, this is gonna be if I go in there, I'm not gonna give 100%, and it's gonna be a shit
Just
stream.
drop the
I'm just gonna say, fuck
struggle.
it. Yeah. So I'm just like, fuck it, guys. I gotta go cut off my neighbor's head or something. I cut off my neighbor's head, there's blood everywhere. I really gotta clean this up, guys. It really killed the vibe. Feng shui of the stream is off. Need more goat's blood. But yeah, nice. Just a it's just a chill stream. I've got some Fabula Ultima stuff pulled up. We can like write a beast here if we come up with any ideas for like monster fights.
Nice.
Dude. So chat, I actually spent some more money on Fabula Ultima. I now have 3 more books and each of them have new classes. Most of the time I spent was just trying to figure out how the fuck the pilot class works.
Because he knows it's going to be used.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like looking at it, like, okay, I need to make a thumbnail. I'm just gonna type in Fabula Ultima just to like grab the book cover for a thumbnail. And like, wait, what the fuck is techno fantasy? What the fuck is natural fantasy? What's high fantasy? I look like, oh, I see. They actually added more shit to the game. And to my surprise, the entire point of Kunjo's character was he was basically going to be a mech pilot in a fantasy world. And like, there's a class called pilot now. Like, because before that, it was just the Tinkerer. which we would have to like circumvent, and he would have to make a shit ton of checks to like, okay, this is the sword arm, this is the gun arm. These are all separate checks that he would have to spend money on. Now he just gets it. So I'm like, hell yeah, I gotta get this for my boy. And I was looking at some of the skills, and you probably saw this in the channel. They're straight up just a fucking Power Rangers Zoid combination.
Yep.
The trait you can get. Some guy probably worked really hard to get that in there. Because it's...
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, guys, that one skill is paragraphs. Just to like tell what it does and how it works.
Everything else is like one paragraph for reference.
Yeah. I'm
This
just
one's
waiting
got
for
like
the...
its own fucking book.
Yeah, it's got its own page. But dude, I'm just waiting for the fucking like... I'm just gonna look through those like, oh, this is just the Sailor Moon skill. And I want you all to understand, because I have thought about it. It's my world, it's my mental illness. If I want to make factions to like safeguard the universe, to be fucking Sailor Scouts and Super Sentai, I will. It's like you got like the traditional like fancy background, and all of a sudden the Power Rangers show up. Classic like elf, dwarf, human, halflings. Dude.
Elf, half, elf, dwarf, human, Sentai. What?
Yeah.
What was the last one? Dwarf?
Now here's the question. If a halfling becomes a Power Ranger, is he gonna be short or is he gonna be like that kid from Turbo?
He'll be short because the only reason that happened is because they had Sentai footage that was a
An
tall
adult.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, he's not even like the first character in Toku to do that, because the White Ranger from Mighty Morphin, in the original, he's a 10-year-old that goes around on a skateboard flipping skirts.
God. Now, more questions. Because as we all know, the color range you are, at least in America, is based upon your race. What the fuck do we do with like the elves and the dwarves?
Okay, that wasn't actually true. That was just an accident. Nobody even noticed that until like decades later.
I know. I just find it funny. I mean, because let's be real, right? Is like, unless you're like the White Ranger, or you're like you're like the Sixth Ranger, right? Besides those guys, because they're like the leader and the cool guys, being the Black Ranger would be really sick, right? Like you're the Black Ranger.
One of the things that's cool about the Black Ranger is later on in like the expanded universe and comics and stuff, they make the Black Ranger sort of like a secondary leader.
Oh, nice. Yeah, which, I mean, you kind of need, because eventually there will, like the Red
Which
Ranger,
makes
he gets his
sense,
own episodes, but...
which makes sense because he's the only person other than like the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger that gets to use the Dragon Shield ever.
Yeah. I have been working on things on the background, like these are like the deep background things of the campaign, and for the most part the campaign's gonna be like go pick up a quest and then go do the quest, but that can like tie things in. Where I've thought like I could actually do like Sailor Scouts here. Like, it would fit. Again, just Power Rangers. Was it? I think it was, yeah, it was Arcanum, which that guy, he's probably still making content somehow. Where he actually had things and like, he's like, oh yeah, this was just always here in the world. Like, no, you didn't. You just fucking made that up on the spot. I know you did. I know how games are played. Of like, So this one guy brought back like magical girl shit because they were in like ruins, and there was an urn with ashes in it, and so they did a funny bit and they blew ashes into like the dwarf warlock's face. Like, hold on, I need to go get my notebook. And then he said that in that urn was the ashes of a dead former character who was basically like, it's like some weird like warlock sailor scout thing. Like, oh, I guess you just revived a god. Like, yeah, fucking right.
Just a reminder to people that don't know, Sailor Moon is literally one of the most powerful characters in fiction. She would stomp basically any person you could think of.
All the jokes about like the Dragon Ball boys. All the Dragon Ball fans say all get real quiet when the Sailor Moon fan walks in.
Oh no, for real. They wouldn't even stand a chance.
Then again, like Goku, he fucking cheats sometimes, I swear. Was it in like Dragon Ball Super, he hired a hitman to stop his heart and kill him? Like, Goku, what the fuck? You come back anyways, and then because your bullshit Saiyan powers, you're alive again. You're like 3 times as strong. Just do that a billion times. Saiyans are bullshit. Which, to some degree, I get the
You know
whole
what's
like
funnier?
Saiyan
That
if you nearly die thing.
sometimes it doesn't even make sense because, like, he doesn't nearly die, he literally dies.
Yeah. Like, okay, I get like a combat evolutionary trait. Okay, that's kind of cool. But like, that doesn't matter. So you have to keep upscaling. Everyone always shits on Krillin, but Krillin's the strongest human in the universe, in all honesty.
He literally is.
He's the heavenly Buddha. Do as he says. And then Chad Krillin, he then hangs up his gi, or whatever it's called, and then he just goes and be a dad and he's a cop.
I forgot he became a cop.
It's like Kaiki's from Guilty Gear. He was literally the most devastating, like, human against Gears in the Holy Crusade. The only one that rivaled him was the main fucking character, who lived for like several hundred years as a mutated monster. The Guilty Gear. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a cop. The
Yeah, that was
reverse
fun and all,
chip.
but I'm gonna go be a cop now.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, they made him a king, but dude, it's fucking reverse Chip. Chip, he was straight up like a fucking drug addict, and then a ninja came and picked him up like, I'm gonna teach you my ways. And then he became the weebiest fucking American ninja ever, and then he just decides, I'm gonna be president of the United States, like, I'm gonna be the president of my own country. And then he fucking did it. And that was a character arc for a while. And then the crazy thing was like, yo, Chip, we all follow you. You're our king. No, I want to be president. We're gonna hold an election. Like, okay, I mean, we're all gonna vote for you, but sure. These Guilty Gear lore is so
Did
fucking
that
wild.
one wild fucking that one wild fucking game ever come out? That fucking Showa whatever? You know, that weird ass Japan took over America and there's like zombies and shit in the
yeah,
trailer?
I know what you're talking about.
I haven't heard anything about that in a while. Did that come out?
American zombie game. Showa America story.
That's the one.
Well, it's got no reviews on Steam. Planned release 2026. That's it.
You
That's some
think we'll
fucking
get it
like.
before GTA 6?
I still hold that I saved my boss's ass. Because he tried to use like paternity time to just like take time off and play GTA. It's like, dude, they're gonna delay it. You know they will. This always happens.
We're gonna get GTA 6 before GTA 6.
Yeah.
I feel like someone's gonna mod GTA 5 to be like whatever everything they've promised for GTA 6 before we get GTA 6.
I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto. The TISM is powerful for that franchise. I say this as someone who has never played it, nor do I really care. I see the appeal, 100%. Especially if GTA Online, but I'm just like, eh. I think you guys need to chill the fuck out.
I mean, GTA Online sounds fun until you're getting fucking spawn camped.
Yeah. It's more like the Minecraft thing. Like, you just get in a place with a bunch of friends, you just get in a sandbox and do dumb shit. That's the key to success. That's why Minecraft was so popular. One of the factors. So, like, get in there, do whatever you want. What was it like? Dude, I heard some wild things when fucking Elden Ring was, like, before Elden Ring released. Like, yo, dude, I took my exams and I chugged, like, you know, like, well, fucking Red Bulls. I thought my heart was gonna explode, and it wasn't the fact that I was gonna die. I was more worried about the fact that I was gonna die before Elden Ring came out. Like, dude, chill. It's okay, I guess. More of a Dark Souls 1 guy.
Did you hear that Dot Hack Zero is gonna be self-published?
Oh. I did not.
Yeah. They apparently bought Dot Hack from Bandai.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so they're going to be self-publishing it, and it's not just digital, by the way. They're going to be doing physical copies.
Ooh.
There was someone translated a Famitsu article on it, and they had some pictures of the early character designs, and I love the mandated kite lookalike.
Yeah. Yeah, every time, dude.
I actually really like the designs. Hang on, I'm gonna throw them in the PC chat.
Yeah, dude, they cannot get away from the kite design. I remember back in the day, there was like a two-part, or no, it wasn't two-part, but it was basically like a mini-series of
Dot Hack Link.
Possibly. Let me double check, because they're just like female kite.
Yep, that's the one.
Wait, I don't know if it is.
Or not Link. Fuck. I know the one you're talking about. It was the OVA 3-part.
Dot Hack Sign?
No, Sign was the original. With Tsubasa or whatever.
Oh yeah.
The girl that was trapped in the male character.
Oh, it was Dot Hack Quantum, I think. Now finding
That's
images.
the one.
Did you want to know how much of a fucking weeb I was? I did a report on that in computer lab. That anime. That's like the thing I was watching at the time. I'm pretty sure like I was. So the teacher there, he was the computer lab teacher because they needed a fucking coach. And so the coach was just basically there. And I'm pretty sure he grilled me more because every time I was like doing a presentation, because I think I had more than once, it was always about anime. It was Dot Hack Quantum, and there was a alternate universe book for Death Note where L was the one that lived and he got light. It really had nothing to do with it. It was more of just like a bioterrorism like thriller. But yeah. Yeah, he asked me so many more questions than anyone else. And then I got recommended probably a not legit site by another student called pimpanime.com. Dude, I gotta play the .hack games. I do have that on the docket. I have the means of production. Just gotta figure out when to play it.
Well, especially
Probably
with
next
GU having the fourth part added onto it.
Yeah, 'cause I got those too. Got all the like the it was like a trilogy, right? The first games.
Yeah, the first one was quadrilogy, and then the second one was a trilogy. Then they later added a fourth game.
Yeah. Man, that one was really ahead of its time. I think we talked about like how Sword Art Online was like way older than people realize, but like
Yeah, the original Sword Art Online like novel came out at around the same time as .hack, like within a year.
it's like Serial Experiments Lane, right? It's just like, oh, those guys gotta be seething like all these good ideas of what things ended up being, and it was just too early. I'd be seething if like fucking out of everyone, Kirito was the one that got the trend. And meanwhile, I think .hack got more existential and smart with it.
I think Log Horizon was better than Sword Art.
Fucking the burger arc, dude. Like, okay, makes sense, but like, is this a multi-episode thing? That's all I know from the original series. That's all I saw, and half the time I was thinking like, man, you know, Henrietta's really cute. Because that's just my archetype. You just throw glasses on that chick and like, I'm in.
I'll take your
And then-
entire stock.
I'll take your entire stock. It's like the I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's the Big Bang Theory bit, right? Is like Penny puts on the glasses, like, where are we going? I'm taking you to the bedroom. I'm gonna take everything off of you except those glasses. If I wasn't so invested already in that one idea. Oh god, hold on. Oh, sorry, I'm still kind of sick. It's something caught in my throat. But it'd be really easy. I mean, you use Fabula Ultima to just do a fucking isekai MMO idea. And it's the same thing. It just comes some concepts. It has like maybe there's like a cognito hazard like hidden somewhere, and like, you know, like those out of bounds zones in games. Like, guys, I found this out of bounds zone game. You know, we can fucking no clip to the end of the past the boss and get to the treasure, and then you know you find the king in yellow.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. And of course, you know, I would have to do "We must save my family." We have to do NPC bit.
See, some of them even have fans. I'll be right back.
Hey, Gary! Choke on my vengeance. You're right, it's not your fault. What's wrong, little girl? I need to check back and see what those guys are doing. I need to see with all the abridged series, because they
They're
used to be
still
so
doing
big back
Sword
then.
Art Online abridged, by the way.
Yeah, they just take like 9 months to do an episode.
Yeah. They have a couple of other series too, but I don't think I've really watched those.
One I always liked watching was the 7 Deadly Schmucks, because it was some of the most out-of-pocket shit. It's like, I don't even know how to describe what they did to Elizabeth. It's like, So you know Elizabeth's like the token like healer chick, right? She's the super sweet sensitive princess. So they just made her sound like fucking like if Mickey Mouse smoked like 6 packs of cigarettes a day. My name's Elizabeth. I can't do it. I can't do it justice. Use that. I watched a lot of Purple Eyes What the Fuck, and his code meant Code Geass when you cannot introduce that to people because it's just so fucking coked out. It's like
Where
it's
you
like
at?
10
I'm at
jokes a
soup.
minute. Yeah. Like everyone knows soup, but it's so hard to get. There is one episode, and this is
Funny
canonical.
thing is, I don't even know anything about Code Geass, and I've seen that one.
Yeah. Dude, he made one episode called Tabletop Games because there is a scene in Code Geass where there's like, you know, the speckled, like, quiet, nerdy chick archetype. She sees a picture of a princess, like the princess, in a magazine, and she just goes to town on four poor fucking table coon.
Oh yeah, I saw that part. Yeah.
And then as they're doing that, he's just spliced in like Disney music. Princess music. And of course, there's so many blind jokes. It's such. There was one bit. He made one episode. And for like half the episode, I think he ranted about the ending of Game of Thrones. So there's a joke like, this dude came out of like 10 years of retirement just to rant about the ending of Game of Thrones. It was so good. I quote it so much, but like I said, it's so spastic you can't really show it to people. And he drops the N-bomb. That freaks a lot of people out. Because he like... There's one bit of like, oh no, they kidnapped my sister in this like death game. I have to save her. I have to... Oh, I need help from my friend Suzaku. And in the anime, it's just like, okay, Suzaku does like crazy shit because he's a fucking specimen. Like, at perfect pendulum swing, he slices a rope just by like fucking Prince of Persia wall running up there, and he saves his sister Nonali. But then Purple Eyes realizes that's not fucking happening, and so Suzaku's going on this giant rant of like, well, what do you see there? My sister, and she's in danger. Well, I see a perfectly capable, handy girl, and I'm not gonna feed into the damsel in distress trope. And so fucking Lelouch does it himself, and he blows the bomb up because like, how the fuck do you stop that? And so he's covered in like ash, and he drops the N-bomb. And he's like, hey, you can't say that, that's our word. He's like, I'm black. What are you talking about? You're so Caucasian, your hair's white. Oh, wild show. I'm trying to think, like, because I feel like the only popular like bridge series to come out lately was like Sister Leveling. Of course, that one has. Dude, I tell you, dude, the people yearn for incest. You know, Sister Leveling got really popular. I don't even know if fucking Coffin and Annie Lele is still popular, but people love that game. Of course, you know, they probably just want to, you know, bang Ashley. I tell you, dude, I feel like the devs didn't know what they were doing because, like, they introduced the chapter that had Renee in it. You know where this is going because this is me.
Uh-huh.
And the internet fucking loves Renee. So much so, like, the first thing you do in, like, the new chapters that they released last time, at least the stuff I streamed, was like, look how horrible Renee is. Like how bad of a mother she is. Right, guys? You totally don't like her now. Like, no. No, I still love that look of disdain she gives me. I mean, of course, as you know, her life was also really sad, so... Crazy, though, that she also tried to murder her husband's parents. There was, I ain't going back to a bridge. Did Team 4-Star start doing stuff again? Because, like, a month ago, I started seeing
they
people...
started doing, like, rewatches of, like, their old content.
Okay. Because I swear
Like,
I've seen
reacts to
people
old
start...
content.
I've seen people start, like, reacting to, like, Sailor Moon Abridged.
I think they did make a new one about that, though.
I'm looking it up right now. You know what, chat? You're coming on a ride with me. Actually, wait, no, those are my likes. Don't look at my likes yet. Why they straight up say production company? Wait, what the fuck? 5 days ago, they just dropped Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged. They're now doing Toonami Abridged.
How does that work?
OBS plays. Okay, so reconnection successful. It's good they're getting back into the abridged series. I'm gonna make sure I'm actually streaming again. I think so. It says I'm live now, so I'm just gonna keep shooting the shit. The Joy of Anime with Rob Boss. Oh, yeah, and then every once in a while, I'll see they're still doing the fucking Cell games. On, like, Devil Artemis's channel. Boobits. Oh yeah, dude. We're like, don't worry, guys. DBZA will return for the Boo arc. And then they never did because they realized it wasn't worth it. Which I don't blame them.
Imagine telling, like, a modern, like, Karen sort of fucking quote-unquote anime fan that fuck, what was I saying? That Chobits was made by an all-female studio.
Yeah.
They would have a conniption fit.
I was watching Leaflet again, and it was the Konosuba tabletop session she did with Dice Queen D. And so there's this bit where, like, I can't remember, I think her name was, like, Kisara or something. And her whole thing was, she was just a fuckboy fighter. And Leaflet's character was basically, like, a dirty-minded, like, airhead priestess of Aqua. And so dude's like, and you see a statue made of ice. Like, oh, I see. And can I look underneath the statue? Yeah, sure. Nice. And he starts feeling up there and he gets his hand stuck. And then all of a sudden Leaflet just goes, ooh, 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 ooh. And then the fucking flood came back to me of Choba. It's like, oh, that's right. That's how they actually turned her on.
Yup.
Yeah, I started.
And we don't mean that in the literal way, by the way.
Yeah. Like, I know it's probably supposed to be love and romance and all that, but, like, if the button's down there, that's gonna make things a little hard, buddy. And they kind of predicted the future with the sex bots, huh? Yeah, sorry. If I watched Sailor Moon, I probably would have been, like, peak, like, I need this guy. Because in my formative anime years, dude, I was watching Chobits. I was watching everything like Clamp. I was watching Orin High Host Club.
Yep.
I watched fucking Jellyfish Princess, which I guess that's just because it was on. I don't even know where that
was a lot of
story's
how
going.
we got into like everything back then, because there wasn't enough to like pick and choose.
Yeah, like I would have to record like some shit like in the middle of the night and then have to watch it in the morning before I went to school. I watched Gungrave. I fucking love Gungrave.
Oh, I couldn't even do that because I didn't have cable most of the time.
Yeah. Like video games, right? Back in the day, it was like, you know, you got what you could, and those games were the shit to you. Now, people's Steam libraries are bigger than their friends list. I guess that probably counts for like most people, though. It's those deals, man.
It's the crack cocaine. No.
Yeah. Dude, I was actually kind of proud of my dad, because maybe not for this first part, but I don't know the full context. My dad got Crunchyroll because I guess he saw it was on like super sale. He bought Outlaw Star because he likes space shit, and then like 2 days later, I'm just walking down. You know, this is like the first day I have off in a while, and I just see him watching Vampire Hunter D. Like, hell yeah. Of course, you know, I had to tell him, like, you gotta watch Bloodlust.
You should also tell him to not pay for Crunchyroll because fuck them.
Yeah, I remember people were saying fuck them, but I can't remember why. I never, like, was interested in
There's
Crunchyroll
many
to
a
begin
reason.
with. Never forget where you came from, Crunchyroll. You were also a pirating site. Don't act like you weren't. Gotta get some more sip. There we go. Oh, yeah, I miss 9 anime. Because, like, dude, most people just like watch it, like, okay, like the streaming in real time. Okay, that's what gets you in the crossfire. Like when it airs in Japan. But yeah, I used it for like archival purposes because there was so much like old shit on there. I had pages in my to watch list that were like from the 90s. Of course, that's how I found Cyber City Oedo. Just such a great fucking like OVA, like 3-part OVA series. What else is there? I watched Burst Angel with the boys. That shit was so wild, dude. So think of like part Charlie's Angels, part mecha, part Western, part cyberpunk. It was so good. I mean, I love my shoot 'em ups, but all of us when we watched it, I think it was me, Vulcan. No, Vulcan was kind of there. Frog and Moon, and we were like, all right, guys, we're drawing the lines. Who's wife? Who's? Of course, I got Sai, which is like the She was kind of like the big sister leader of the group. Well, not leader, but she was like the handler. She was cool. And then nobody wanted Meg. Because Meg's entire thing was like... So, in the opening, she's like the one toting around like an anti-tank rifle. And we think to ourselves like, oh, sick, that's actually a good idea. That's fucking Mellow Link shit. Like, you know, while Joe's off doing like the mecha gunslinging fights, you know, Meg's just running around with the anti-tank rifle, just being a nuisance and taking down the mechs. No, she did it once... And then she got the Daphne treatment if she was always being kidnapped. So that her lesbian lover, Joe, could go save her.
Sounds about right.
Which, granted, there were some badass scenes, like... There's like this runaway train that was like gonna blow up or something. It had like a bunch of mutants on it. And then here comes Joe in their fucking mech just standing above a bridge like, no, I'm gonna go save her. And just jumps off onto the train. It's sick. Story was kind of a little all over the place though. Much like Jellyfish Princess. You probably not, but have you ever watched Jellyfish Princess?
I have not.
So, general premise.
Until like much later.
So, okay, general premise is this fugly, neat girl, like, lives in an apartment that doesn't allow men. Because they actually just hate them, I guess. And so she meets this super, like, beautiful supermodel woman. And you're like, alright, I'll let you crash at my place. And it turns out it's just a dude that loves being a drag queen. And so, like, you know what? I see potential in you. I'm gonna make you beautiful, girlfriend. And it becomes like the, you know, like the Cinderella thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, while that's happening at his place, she runs out the door embarrassed. And then she runs into the dude's brother, who's, you know, he's the handsome, like, analytical, serious businessman. He's like, oh damn, this girl's cute. Like, okay. I see where the plot's going here. Like, this is gonna be like that rom-com thing. And then it doesn't go there. Like, it's been multiple episodes, like, you know, trying to, like, impress the guy. And then here comes, like, you know the archetype of the other woman.
Uh-huh.
Who, like, gets injected in there to, like, add some tension. And then the first romance thing is completely wiped away. And it just now becomes a bit where the other woman is, like, trying to get the guy because he doesn't want her because he's a virgin. So here's how this happens. Is like she wants in to be like a gold digger, and then the drag queen guy, his half brothers, is like, no, you don't want him. And it's like, yes, I do. And it keeps escalating, like, well, you know, I don't care about that, you know, we all have a past. And then he's like, well, actually, my brother's a virgin. It's like, well, you know, they call me the Virgin Slayer. And then she, like, gets fucking, like, socially hacked into wanting to actually jump his bones. Or, like, the end of the season or series is, like, her sneaking on a plane to follow him to a business trip. And it's like, what the fuck happened? Where did the Jellyfish Princess go? Like, okay, the girl like jellyfish, but why is she here?
I don't know why, but that made me think of Fruits Basket when you first see the fucking cow guy. And he's like, that your hair is regulation. It's not your real hair color. And he pulls him into the fucking bathroom.
I wonder how much, though, Jellyfish Princess was probably like a Comey thing. Or no, it was like Mirako-chan. Where it's like, okay, here's a cool premise. And by premise, I mean this was the self-insert fantasy of the woman that probably wrote it. And then it kind of got popular, and like, what the fuck do I do with this now? You know, like it's making me money. Which, I think it's Mirako-chan. It's such a good premise. Of, okay, this girl sees these horrible, fucking disgusting monsters, but she cannot acknowledge them. And there was a really powerful scene where like, oh, hey, we found a cat, and this like super handsome guy like walks up like, oh, you know, I can take care of the cat for you. And Mirako's like, no, you're not taking him. And then like the super scarred up like Yakuza gangbanger looking fuck. Super scary dudes, like you were giving it to him. And the reason for that is because with the gangbanger looking guy, he actually had a bunch of like happy cat spirits around him. And it turns out all the scratches he got was because he would take in like strays and give them a good home. And he had like shrines to all of them in his house. And that's just what he did after his wife died. You know, so it's fucking like Facebook like adoption farms or whatever. And then the handsome guy had like a bunch of like strangled angry cat spirits around him. It's like, I like that. That's a good moment. And then they fuck it up because that guy comes back later and it turns out he actually wasn't killing cats. He was just so hard on himself that his perception twisted the spirits around him to make him look like they were evil. Like, what the fuck? That was a good lesson the first time.
Bullshit.
Like I know exactly what happened. Everyone was talking about that scene, and it was such a good scene. Like, I'm bringing him back. No, that was a perfectly good lesson. And then he soiled it.
Yeah, there was a two-piece manga that I read recently that's like, this girl can see ghosts and no one else can, and she sees this horrifying like maid ghost following another girl in her school.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that she found like a bell in a haunted like mansion that was abandoned for like decades. And the maid listens to whoever like has the bell.
Jump through their TV and kill them. Ring ring. Reminds me of another like manga I read. This is around the era of like when Shonen Jump was going purely online. I really fucking wish I had my old magazine still, but it's had so many of them. It was just hard to keep. Where this is like at the ends of it, and the series was basically so the main character is a shit. He hates everyone. He thinks he's better than everyone. He has no friends. Realistically, if the author wasn't trying to prove a point, he would have gotten his ass kicked constantly. But he was a really good artist. And so the one girl that was actually nice to him dies and becomes his little like pocket-sized familiar angel that only he can see. And then he just gains the power of like divination writing, where he can like look at somebody and he makes a caricature of the person's like, I guess, well-being. So like there was one girl where like her hands were like bound and there's like balloons like tied to her wrist and there's mirrors everywhere. You know, is that kind of like psychoanalytical like drawing, and he would have to go and he would have to like help them with their problems like it's fucking Persona, but without, you know, the JoJo references. It was around that time also when like
JoJo reference? No.
like fucking what was it, Bakuman? Where it was like he had this crush on this girl. It's like she wants to be a voice actor and his buddy wants to be a mangaka and his uncle was a mangaka, so like, oh, I'll make a successful manga so that you can voice act in it. Like, buddy, I get you want to help her with her dreams, but at that point that's not fucking worth it. Doing it for a woman, always the most just thing that never ends poorly. You gotta be like the creator of One Piece. You have to make the manga and then you make your own waifu. Cause he like married the Nami voice actor.
Yup.
It makes me sad that like People are giving Oda. Is his name Oda? I keep hearing Oda.
Yeah.
Did they give Oda so
Eiichiro
much shit?
Oda.
Because like the one character they wanted was canonically not trans, even though there was like a trans character in it. Like you got what you wanted. Did you just not want this? Did you want this one instead? Well, I'm sorry. That's just like what he wrote. And you're granted, I know nothing of the character other than I think they just wanted to be like a specific guy. I'm not entirely sure. But like, this man has been writing this series longer than you've probably been alive.
He's probably planned that character for like 8 decades ago or something. Like,
Yeah. Like, at least give the man some credit with the storytelling. Crazy the amount of stuff he did when like 95% of the world was water in that world. What do you think the One Piece is, Kuna Joe?
the friends we made along the way. No, he straight up said that's not it.
Maybe like some turbo crown that actually gives him authority, like the fucking crown in the Civil War quest in Skyrim. Because that's like
At
the
least
big
it's
thing.
not
you're
the
as a
crown of
first person.
Baron Zaya that apparently puts gems in random loot tables.
Fuck that, dude. It's like Baron Zaya, like, okay, she like had a wild history. She I don't think she's all that from what I read. Definitely no, I
But,
wouldn't
like,
sleep with her.
It is not worth the juice is not worth the squeeze.
No.
The shit you have to do to get that fucking crown is ridiculous, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah, the over-the-top crown that looks like it's a fucking mod. I'm still sad from that video you showed me the other night where it's like the Imperial skill just... racial skill just does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm an Imperial boy. I will always take that plus 10 to restoration because that's the magic that's a bitch to level. But like, dude, the Imperials get so many L's. They're like the cosmopolitan, like, diplomacy race, and they don't get a single point in speechcraft. And like, okay, the calm thing's kind of nice, but like, then they don't even get a passive. Like, fucking Argonians get a passive. They get a secret passive. They get a watered down version of Khajiit's claw abilities.
You know what's funny? Everyone, like, when they build an unarmed build, they always go with the fucking... the Argonians, and I'm just like, why?
Like, Argonians get a small boost, but Khajiits are the ones that get the biggest boost.
Or, no, they always go with Khajiit, and I don't see why, because the Orc is better every time.
That's true. They're like, I remember someone did a tier list of like the racials, or it was just like the races.
Double
And-
damage to enemies and half damage to you
Yeah,
while
like-
you're doing unarmed? Like, what
Like,
the fuck?
people got mad at him for just like saying orcs and Bretons were the best, which he's not wrong. Like, I'm sorry, Night Eye, I don't care. You don't need Night Eye. And frankly, if you're playing a stealth character, you shouldn't turn Night Eye on unless it's only for like a few seconds, because you need to understand how dark you are. Like, yeah, but your cheats are good. No, they're not. They're not. I mean,
Yeah,
realistically, like I said, like,
resistance to
orcs are the best.
magicka and absorb magicka is just too good.
Yeah, those are the top two. And what was the build? It was... you take Breton, and then you take the Atronach, which it reduces your magicka regen, but you get absorption, I believe? Like 50% like magic absorption, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you just pop the Breton racial ability, and then you're like 100% like immune to magic damage. Argonians did get the biggest buff because they... I don't know what the fuck they were thinking in Oblivion. They just got like a random assortment of skills and they can breathe underwater. And then they just get the health regen ability in Skyrim.
Health regen, breathe underwater, and fucking resist disease.
And like 1.2 times damage on your unarmed attacks.
Apparently in survival they're even better because they get, while they get weakness to cold, they also may consume raw meat without food poisoning.
Oh jeez, yeah, that's good.
Argonians and Khajiit are the only ones that get that.
I guess that makes sense when you just, as a people, just consume copious amounts of drugs. They'll take anything. Hi guys, like, okay, I get racism bad. Are we wrong with not letting the Khajiits into the cities?
Oh yeah, don't you? You know what my favorite race in Skyrim is?
Slodes.
Elder.
Oh yeah.
Because in the game, children and like old people are actually considered like a different race in the code.
It's beautiful. I mean, unfortunately, Braith counts as a child, so I mean, you gotta throw off High Throthgar at least once.
No Man's Sky is still getting updates.
Yeah. And then they're also... Are they still working on that fucking fantasy game?
They might be. I don't know. I've never heard anything about that.
I saw like one presentation at like the VGAs and that was it. And everyone with pure sympathy and concern was like, "No, Sean, don't tell us anything."
Get a PR person.
Like, dude, the amount of like good graces probably Internet Historian has like gotten Hello Games, because it's like, it's a matter of perspective. Like, did they fuck up? Yes. But when you realize they're a bunch of nerds that don't like talking to people, you start being a bit more sympathetic to the guy.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Star Citizen, which has released exactly 0 of the features that they've been promising for 15 years.
Dude, Mark Hamill did voice work for that game. We'll probably never see it.
Yeah, because Squadron 42 is still not done. Or no, that's the first-person shooter that they put in there for some reason, not the campaign that they put in there for some reason.
Where they try and pull a Fortnite and it's like, well, no one liked our base building game, so let's just do the PUBG thing.
Well, no, he's always planned to do that shit. It's just that the problem is, if you look into his past, he's never finished a game. Period.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, he didn't actually finish the Wing Commander games because he wanted to. He finished them because Microsoft literally forced him to.
Yeah.
So the only reason those games were finished was because he had a publisher.
Dude, I was so hoping for that. Like, the briefest hope, like, alright, Microsoft finally bought Bethesda. Are they finally gonna fucking release Elder Scrolls? No, they're not.
Oh, I don't. Elder Scrolls 6 is probably their last chance for me because they made the season 2 of Fallout TV show canon.
Yeah.
You know the one where they go around pissing all over New Vegas?
Oh, of course, you know, that's what Todd wants because that was the game everybody loves and he didn't make it. I need to go back and watch that dude. I can't remember his name, but he does like video game commentary stuff and he gives like behind the scenes thing. He worked for Obsidian, you know, when they were good.
Tim Kaine?
I think that's it.
The
Like, he did,
creator
like-
of the original Fallout?
Yeah. He just gives that energy, like he's just here for the love of the game. He just wants to do cool
I
shit.
love how people are like, oh, yeah, Fallout has always been about how capitalism is bad. Yeah, no, it hasn't, because the dude that literally created Fallout has said that it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything in this day and age. Like that one like mangaka chick that just like got bullied off with Twitter.
Achiakuda.
Yep. Like, no, this was actually my intent. No, it's not. Okay, I mean, I don't know what to tell you then. Bye.
I'm not non-binary. Yes, you are.
Like I saw something lately. Like I know nothing about this show. I think it's like that miraculous ladybug. It's like the creator has said that she's confirmed bisexual. Like, and then the creator's like, no, I didn't. And no, they're not. Like,
Yeah, that sounds like the fans of that show.
oh, dude, the
From what
fucking
I've
one.
heard.
Smeller Bee from Avatar. Have you seen
Oh,
that
yeah.
debacle? Like,
Uh-huh.
you missed the fucking point. Like, and this is the thing. Like, every time this happens, it makes me want to like do this like character idea for like I want to make a femboy character, but I want him to try to be like the most macho, manly dude ever. Because just like oh femboy, you gotta put on the dress, be our slut. Like no, he doesn't want to be that. He wants to be something else, and he's gonna fucking Icarus that shit until he gets what he desires. And then there'll be like a big time skip, and it'll just be like a Jack dude, and people get mad at me. So you can't have the femboy. You just want to be masculine.
I'll be right back.
Right on. The moral of the story is, fuck you, society. You can't tell me what to be. I'll do it too, chat. Because for context, for Fabula Ultima, I've got a guild fairy tale set, like framework. I have not made the Fury class character yet. So the Fury could straight up just be an angry femboy that just wants to lift weights and eat beef jerky all day. And then there will be that conversation of like Snake with Raiden. Is like, Raiden, abortion costs $500. Snake, where are you going with? A condom costs $5. Snake, what are you talking about? But being gay is free. Snake, I'm not gay. Be gay, do cry. Snake, I have a girlfriend. That doesn't mean anything. There's so many ways you can go with the Fury, because the weird thing about the Fury in Fabula Ultima is it's a mix of the Berserker and martial artist. The beard. What's up, Kane? How you doing? Yeah. Right now, this is kind of just chatting, and then eventually we will get into like Fabula Ultima. We want to like make like ideas for like enemy encounters and stuff. How you doing, man? Chucked so much of this water. Of course, my throat's still sore. It's from all the various war chants I shout out during work when someone aggravates me. Hey, I know you have a line behind me, but can you take like 5 minutes, like literal 5 minutes, just so I can save like a few cents? Playing Dune Awakening because I make bad life choices. Dude, this may just be because I hang out with Vulcan, but dude, people had such a hard-on for that Dune game, and then I don't hear about it anymore. I honestly hear more about Conan Exiles, which I can't blame them. As a Robert E. Howard fan, Conan is incredibly based. And it has crazy world building. Of course, I'm more of a fantasy guy. For a little I've been getting to like sci-fi fantasy, especially like the Dying Earth genre, including Dying Earth. For a while, I did try to get like old. old sci-fi fantasy like the Green Millennium. The original endgame was shit. They fixed it, but abandoned PvP. I mean, I never really cared for PvP. I'm more of a co-op guy than a multiplayer guy, so. But of course, if people like PvP, you know, you can't just abandon those guys either. Skill issue. Skill issue. And you're not wrong. I played Smite. I was shit at Smite, and it made me angry because everyone else was also shit at Smite. So I decided I'm not gonna play these types of games anymore. Enough Conan Exiles PvP. I've seen very little of Conan Exiles. I've seen like some people play when they had like a group collab like activity. Too bad the game is full of hackers. Yeah, that's gonna be the case. But other than that, I mean, like I remember people coming like, "Oh my god, you can just walk around with your dick out." Like, yeah, I guess. I mean, that's what Conan did sometimes in fights. Or like Karamon from Dragonlance when you had to fight a fucking half ogre. He just stripped naked so there wasn't anything for that dude to grab on except maybe his dick. Keep in mind, Karamon was a big fucking dude and this guy like outmuscled him. So he had to be smart about it. But this was also after Karamon's redemption arc of after he became a fat drunk. Or like Raceland needed him like, alright, you're fucking pathetic. I'm gonna turn you into a badass because I need you again. And he gets thrown into a slave coliseum to where they make him do calisthenics until he's not fucking drunk or fat anymore. They can remove the invisible item that has the ability to... What? Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's fucked up. Jesus. Yeah, look something up. It's totally not to be Conan Exiles on Steam. Step into a server and instantly take every item in the play chest on a split second. Yeesh. Oh. I got some Steam items for playing Hand of Doom. Hand of Doom was so fun. It's such a silly little game. Okay, it's like 40 bones. The bundle is 150 bones. I am curious because I guess they've done like a pretty good job with the lore. It's like, oh, I know that. Oh, this is a reference to that. I like that. Yo, is that the Black Lotus? Dude, that thing comes in like 5 books. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I keep muting because I keep coughing. I was fine when I woke up, and then I came home from work and my throat hurt. I had to keep talking to people in a very stressful environment. Some days I just wake up and wonder. I just think to myself, God did not put us on this earth to do this. This unholiness of waking up before the sun does. We should be all thriving, growing strong with spears and blades. Not willingly going to get yelled at for fucking compensation of, you know, false value possessions such as money. Oh, I need to be careful now. I'm starting to sound like a religious communist or some shit. I do think about that sometimes. Like, there was somebody, I can't remember who it was, but Tim Pool was debating him and like the concept of rights are a social construct. The only thing that matters is force, and he's right. Like, you read Conan and it's like, there are no laws, there are no niceties. It's just there's a good outcome because Conan is the strongest and smartest, and he has a decent moral compass. He's a barbarian, but he has like some degree of moral compass. Finding some references to Command and Conquer and Dune Awakening. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like that's like a deep thing, like, because that's the thing with like humans, right? Is like it's hard to like think outside of your own worldview. Of it's like just the concept of people will absolutely take advantage of you. Or just like have a different mindset altogether, right? It's like here in the U.S., people wouldn't dare. They would probably go down fighting before they sell their children. And meanwhile, the BBC news piece exists. Like, yeah, no, that's pretty bad. You don't know who I mean about Uncle Ted? Unfortunately, no. The only reason I know of, if I assume what you're talking about is related to what I'm speaking of at the moment, is just because I watch a lot of Leaflet. I like Leaflet. She's like, I'm just gonna do my own shit. I'm gonna make my own business. I respect that. Oh, Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know much about the Unabomber other than he's a piece of shit. And if anyone says like, well, you know, he's kind of right, like, no, he's not fucking right because he was murdering innocent people. Like, he wanted to actively hurt people. But the rest he was right about. Yeah, no, I don't like him. Most like guys like him and like serial killers, when you like look at their actual stuff, like the Zodiac killer, he was such a fucking Weasley little shitty bitch. Like, he didn't, like, there's one time they got away because he just wanted to stab somebody. Like, oh, I gotta stab somebody because I'm a Zodiac killer. He even checked if they were dead. Thank God. But like, oh, look at me. Can you solve my riddle, Batman? Like, it's just fucking... Oh, you haven't found me yet. I guess I'm just too smart for you. Man, you know, does anyone remember the Red Thread podcast? Where it's like Wendigo and Moist Critical and Moist Critical's friend who basically did all the work? And then like Charlie left, and then Wendigo left, and the guy still wanted to keep doing the podcast. Like, buddy, like, I'm sure you did a really good job. You know, it was nice and organized. It was very thematic, the podcast, but like, admittedly, dude, it was a super group, right? Of just like famous YouTubers together doing a thing. I don't know if he's still doing it. He tried doing it for a while, but, and granted, I'm just like thinking what Wendigo might have been thinking. If it's between like the Red Thread where you just kind of read stuff that somebody else wrote out for you, and then maybe you can occasionally talk, or Creepcast, which I'm biased because I fucking love Creepcast, and you're just like sharing like good horror stories with a buddy and just goofing off, I'm probably gonna go with the latter. Yeah, Creepcast is really good. I like it. I watch it I listen to it every week. I haven't watched the Slender Man one yet because I feel like I just talked about that one before. Like the Slender Man stabbings. Of course, I also don't watch a lot of Moist Critical, especially with like, apparently he had a fucking meltdown or some shit lately. Which like, So I remember, like, there was a period where, like, me and the boys occasionally we'd watch like Moist Critical, and then I just started realizing, like every other video he says, I didn't want to talk about this. And why do you keep doing it? Like, I mean, obviously it makes you a lot of money, but then it's sort of like, oh, he's just another drama tuber. In which, granted, I do watch some drama tubers, but those are for more like personal reasons. Like, there's someone during the whole Cinder debacle was like, you know, I don't think Cinder's that bad, guys, when you really look at it. And everyone called them out and said they were fucking crazy and they were an idiot. And then it turns out, then Cinder dropped the like 1,000-page Google Doc and he's like, oh, okay, no. Sorry, Cinder. Was an accredited academic who saw the entire university system and forced normalization of people. Your education is a horrifying thing that was hurting people. And went after people who he saw as propagating mandatory thought training. I mean, buddy, that just sounds like college. I hated it too because I went through it. I didn't want to kill anybody though. Even when I was like my most red-pilled. Now, if you really want to get mad at the educational system, look at Cicero, who is the father of modern education. That man is rolling in his fucking grave like he's on a rotisserie. Because Cicero believed that education was to make man more adaptable to anything that may come his way. And what happens when you go to college? You specialize and waste your time in a very specific thing. And that is the only thing you can do with that education. That is the exact opposite of what Cicero wanted. Became a teacher and then went off on it. It's like Lex said, like, unless you're like autistically passionate about being a professor, don't do it. Like, I believe you, Lex. I went to college and I saw so many of my professors that wanted to kill themselves. One of them didn't even fucking try. And I just thought to myself, like, man, granted, this was a sociology teacher, so that checks out. There's generally like two of the most depressing fields were the ones I went into. Psychology, because you know how to manipulate people and you see the darkest aspects of them without ever seeing the positives for the most part. And sociology, which is making blanket statements about a group and just like saying, oh, well, this happens because this. It's like, no, that's not exactly always the causation, dumbass. I remember one time I got into it with one of my female professors because I just made a point. It's like, hey, you know what, like, every psychology class I've been in quite a bit now, is like 90% women. And they went on this whole thing of like, oh, that's just women are conditioned to go there. Like, maybe they just like it. That's fine if they are. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, well, this is a thing. Why do they now find it interesting that they want to go into these fields? Other than society said so. Like, that's so fucking lazy. Like, again, like, I had no problem with it. As like one of maybe like at most 3 guys in a class, like, okay, I'm cool with this. It's just like, of course, you know, I go to them, bring all those points up, and then it just goes fucking nowhere. I got into it a few times with my professors, like, ugh. And then, of course, equally as well, like, there were some professors I deeply respected as well, and then that actually drove me to study harder, just out of respect for their work. Yeah, I tell you what, my statistics teacher straight up just like got fed up and walked out of the room because nobody fucking bothered. And math, not my strong suit. Those are like the only classes I ever failed in college. I busted my ass to get to like pass statistics because I needed to. And my teacher was so proud of me because At best, I was like getting D's. And then I just busted my ass real hard when no one else would, and I passed. Also, it's Ted saw the Kami Long March. I was more than a little angry about it. I remember there was a guy at my college that shouted just randomly, obnoxiously, just socialism works. It's like, dude, no one fucking cares, and no, it doesn't. And oh god, does anyone remember the "it's okay to be white" thing? That actually happened at my college too. Like, and mine honestly was a bit more wholesome because it was like a lot of people just wrote like, you know, it's whatever, but you know, let's support our veterans who like put their lives on the line for us. And it was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's focus on that right now, guys. So that was actually kind of wholesome. And then there's that one little shit that wanted to just be a bastard. You know what I thought about today as I was driving home from work? I was watching that thing on the Lego set from Reckless Ben. I guess he dropped a video today where somebody hacked in and got the unredacted like police body cam footage. And I was thinking to myself, because like there's the conspiracy, right, of the Mormons are protecting each other. Like, if there was like a dude that like came to my door, like, I've got nothing going on, and you want to talk to me about like religion, I would probably just sit there and listen, because like religious philosophy is actually, yeah, the huge Lego sets is doing everything in their power to not give it back. And so I was just like, I mean, religious philosophy is very interesting. And also, like, imagine this, right? Like, you're a Mormon guy, you believe in what you believe, like, you deeply believe in it, and you have to go door to door and just get constantly told no, like, and then there's just this one guy that will actually listen to you. 100% cult. Like, obviously, like, if they try bullshitting you, yeah, like, no, but, like, I don't know, I feel like it would make that guy's day. And granted, I know nothing about Mormons. Apparently they worship, or not, they don't worship, but, like, the afterlife is, like, called the Dark Beyond or whatever. Like, it does sound cultish, but also just kind of sound pretty metal. Like in World of Darkness, the Great Maw, also known as the Grand Maw. No, it is the Grand Maw, and sometimes they just refer to the entity as Grand Maw, which is honestly kind of smart enough anyway. Yeah, just like a thing I was thinking about. Like, I could just make some guy's day right now, because it's gotta fucking suck being like any form of door-to-door salesman. You get constantly told no. Now granted, if you see a no soliciting sign, please follow that, because that is just full on just they're stripped, we're straight gonna tell you no matter what, out of principle. And do I have one of those? Yes. Do they listen? No. Have people stop because one guy put a foot in our door and my mother broke his foot? Yes. I'd love to get one of those doormats from Borderlands that says, "God bless this home, mine protects it." And it's got like a Jacob's like, gun on it. I love Jacob's guns, dude, in Borderlands. They were the shit. That was my jam. That's when a sniper rifle felt like a sniper rifle and a pistol was a revolver. And then the assault rifles are basically the Maddox, or the Maddox, or whatever it was from Mass Effect, where you just put a scope on it and it's just basically now a sniper rifle. Missionaries tend to be rather upbeat, even if they have not had anyone say they will come to church. They also pay themselves to do their missions. They pay themselves? Like the organization, or like they just have the money so they might as well just spend on it? Their full 2-year stint. Okay. Which, I mean, at that point, that's just really just rites and ceremony and stuff. You know, it's like when you go do missionary work and stuff. Oh god, my throat's killing me. Oh no, I might get that anime boyfriend ASMR voice again. No, the person pays for the whole thing themselves, and you're seen as lazy if you don't. Okay. Was it Islam when you, like, at one point in your life you have to go see the big rock? Which, from a theology standpoint, and from like a guy that likes writing like world building lore, that's kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. Go worship the great rock. Now, logistically, in real life, that sounds horrible. I can't imagine the amount of fucking crowding, because there's a lot of people in the world. Lord knows I have to fucking serve them. And going to see the big rock seem rather similarly. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. You guys want to know something about me? I often think about the 7 deadly sins at least once a week. Because I'm very bad at explaining things. And I have had conversations with people like, oh, like 4 of those sins are like the same, so why are there 7? And they're not when you really start thinking about them. And I just think about my own self when I think about all those. Keep in mind, I do not go to church in any regard. Never did. You don't get to pick where you go, you just get told where you're going and get moved to a new ward every 3 months. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, because, like, most of the 7 deadly sins, right, are, like, they're desire-based. That's how they get you. Like, lust is obviously just being debaucherous and depraved, you know, white women, fuck dogs, etc., etc. Because it will get more extreme. And also the sanctity of relationships a little bit. Gluttony is waste. The thing that has changed, because when people think gluttony, they think like, oh, you just eat a lot. No, it's the point of you're eating to the point where it's being wasteful and destructive. You're consuming something. A really good example of this is Merlin from the 7 Deadly Sins, where she is the sin of gluttony. Because she's this like super powerful wizard, but she is just so flippant and blatantly disregards like magical relics. She will 100% shatter a 1,000-year-old magical relic if it will help her just a little bit in the moment. Just gone forever. You'll never learn from that ancient magic. Yeah, or things like hoarding as well, yeah. Again, with more knowledge, it's like Mehrunes Dagon, right? Or not Mehrunes Dagon, Primaris Mora from Skyrim. Skyrim highlight pops up. Right, it's like, he has so much knowledge in his dark library, and no one will ever find it. It's just effectively gone forever. What else is there? Greed is the one I try to think of the most. Like I'm having more difficulty because that's just like material possession just for the sake of having it, I guess. Or to the point of that might also be hoarding. I don't know, that one I have to think of a bit more. Envy, I always think of like the god from Pillars, of the god of like spite and vengeance. Like, ooh, I fucking hate you. I'm gonna do the most devious shit to you. Because I fucking hate you, I'm gonna make this evil plan to ruin your life. Because I don't like you. You know, it's the classic, you hate something about yourself, so you hate somebody else because of it, of how much you hate yourself. You know, fucking Twitter. Or like,
I've returned.
oh, welcome back. We're talking about the 7 deadly sins.
Kinky.
We're talking about religion of like average Dexter's Lab side character. Yeah. Or you're just like, oh, you have something that I don't and I want it. I want your fucking money. You're more rich than me, therefore I hate you. That's a good one. What else is there? I should know these off the top of my head if I constantly... Dude, I swear, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like everyone's like, oh yeah, I know the 7 deadly sins, and then I always get hung up on like the last one. Like they could say it any order, but they always forget the last one that's in their mind. I remember I caused a dude to have a schizo moment because of that in VR chat. He just couldn't do it. And then when he finally did, it's like, alright, name the 7 heavenly virtues. That one always gets people. They know the sins, but they don't know the virtues. And guess what? He didn't know them. You guys know there's a harem anime about the 7 heavenly virtues? Yes, I think it is. It's at least a titty anime.
Sounds familiar.
I'm trying to remember which one it was, but it's just like this one woman just started like just bouncing on this dude's lap.
You have Bloons TD6?
I do not. I never got into those games. See, I was too cool for cool math games. And also because I typed fucking slow in computer lab. So I never got time to play the games. Yeah, they did like do an update or something.
Yeah, they added a new hero.
I know who they had.
I haven't gotten to see it yet because I have to replay the tutorial because this is my first time booting it since I reinstalled it.
I'm still scared to download Fallout again. Chastity, temperance, charity, diligence, patience, kindness, and humility. Yep. I like thinking about the heavenly virtues. It's a good mindset to have.
I could tell you what they're supposed to like embody, but I could never tell you like what the actual words that are supposed to be them is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some of them are more abstract. Like, patience is like, oh, I shall wait. No, it's more of the fact that, you know, you can endure getting your ass beat by life. Forbearance would be another good word. Temperance is an interesting one. That's the one. That's the temperance and gluttony are really good for like if you like need to make like a pantheon of gods. That's usually good to make like the knowledge gods. As one is like you hoard knowledge or you blow shit up because you feel like it, and then temperance is like, okay, let's learn, let's be chill about it. You know, let's learn about the atom bomb. Let's not just drop it on everybody because we think it's funny. Or like the one I do is the god of knowledge, like the good god of knowledge is also the god of like mystery. so that God will like hide things and have them for later, like a magical MacGuffin. Ignorance is bliss sometimes. Let's work you up until like you're ready for that one. 2 nukes wasn't enough. When like the American politicians said that because they watched anime for the first time. Now the question is, what did they watch? If it was like whoever the fuck Jellywig was hanging out with, it was probably Madoka Magica. Did you hear about that?
What?
Or like Ludwig was on this podcast with people or whatever.
Oh, the most recent fucking trash
If I knew
case.
someone watched Madoka Magica, I would beat the shit out of them. No, you fucking wouldn't. And if you did, you're a psychopath. If it was Madoka, that's fair. Kind of depressing. Dude, I'm gonna be real with all of you. I have not finished Cowboy Bebop because I just do not want to be sad. Every episode, most episodes make you sad.
Valid. They added a new tower too. Desperado Monkey.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, Madoka Magica could be, like, depressing. Again, I know nothing about it. Well, I think it was just because of the fucking lolly body type is what got them pissy. Like, it's...
Yep.
Oh. The fucking, like, 40-something, almost, Smash player is gonna give me life advice. I bet he plays Melee still. Dude, you remember when, like, Ultimate came out and people got pissed, like, what do you mean Melee isn't going to be at this year's EVO? What do you mean? Like, guys, that game's like 20 fucking years old. There's been like 3 games come out since then.
Yup.
If you're getting off to Madoka, you kinda messed up. Yeah. Well, it's like I told Vulcan that one time, like, if that's what gets their jimmies off and they're gonna be that degenerate, they're gonna probably follow something else if it wasn't that.
Did you ever
It's
notice
really
that the people that are like the most vehemently against that stuff are almost always the ones that are into it and would actually act on it?
Yeah. It's like when everyone said, like, oh, this fucking Pragmata's pedophilia. Like, guys, it's just a little girl. What the fuck? Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? You're coming out here with like a 9. You need to bring it down to like a 2 at the start at least. No, because it's just sad. I never watch it. Yeah, I just sat down. I just sat down to play the game and you're calling it pedo bait.
So, one of my favorite ways to get people into Kamen Rider is to tell people that the writer of Madoka Magica made Kamen Rider Gaim. Which is such a wild fucking Kamen Rider, by the way. It starts off as teams of like dance battles fighting over like locations to like do their dance in front of crowds.
I see, like the 80s. They just had dance battles.
Yes. And then they get a hold of like the belts and they use them to fight each other over to like to get the prime locations. You know, as you do.
I can only imagine the transformation animations in that series.
Oh, it's actually really good because they're fruit samurai. So they become like samurai looking characters, but they use the power of like fruit.
Do not get cut by the lemon man.
The main character is orange.
Huh. Normally, like, granted, that's common, right? I'm thinking more Sentai, where they follow like the 5 Chinese elements color scheme. Yeah, the classic
Common
fucking
Rider
thing.
is generally the fuck, my words just completely derped.
And Kamen Rider is generally
They have a lot more like diverse stuff.
yeah. The only thing I know is Dragon Man. Of course, you know that follows the classic. Red is the protagonist.
They
Existence-
completely reworked Ryuki for that, by the way. Because Ryuki is literally just battle royale.
Yeah, which was honestly really sick.
Last man standing gets a wish.
The classic. What they did next. That's what they did in Fate. Like, at what point I would love to just be there where like all right guys, we made this really good eroge. Like, dude, what the fuck? This story's like really badass. Like, all right, 7 people coming in this fight. King Arthur fights fucking Alexander the Great. It'll be fucking sick. Like it's like the one guy that got out of the hood, you know?
Yep.
Like in the movie Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice, or like Don't Be a Menace in the South while drinking your juice or whatever. Can't remember the dumb name. It's just like, man, that's the first brother to get out of the hood and go to college. And then someone immediately comes and kills him in a drive-by shooting. Dude, what happened to like racist black comedy? It was so good. You could laugh at yourself. And then White Chicks came out, and then we all laughed at white women. Fucking Hellsinger Bridge. Watch, I can make him say anything. White Chicks was amazing. White Chicks was amazing. He believes it too. I think I remember hearing recently that they might be making another scary movie. Which,
You don't need to hear about it because they've been advertising it.
oh. I know a lot of people like J-Day, and that's probably my most popular video on my YouTube channel. Like, guys, this is in fact just scary movie bits. Which, granted, some of those are really good. Another one. Yeah. Dude, the spoof movies used to be such a fad. Remember, there's Vampire Sucks, there's Disaster Movie. Disaster Movie actually kind of traumatized me. Because of the fucking chipmunks. You guys see those fucking Alvin and the Chipmunk demons?
No, I barely saw Scary Movie 1, so...
I was like, okay, these chipmunks, oh, you know, they're dancing. And then they break out in like death metal vocals. And then their eyes get all fucking cracked out and they become demon chipmunks. And they just straight up just fly at the people, trying to fucking eat them alive. They straight up eat the fucking bitch from Juno. They straight up just eat a pregnant woman.
Sounds about right.
And of course, you know, like, Alvin, like, for like the main character guy, obviously he tries to chew his nuts off. And then it's like a 3-minute skit straight of him like trying to beat him off of his dick.
Yeah, that sounds like one of their movies.
The fucking Leonidas bit though was, no, I think it was Spartacus, and the guy just repeatedly just no, I think it was Beowulf. That's what it was, because that came around that time too. It was like he just kept saying, "I am Beowulf," over and over again, and he was naked. And it's like, dude, you're just getting kind of gay. Like, it's not gay. And then as he's like wrestling the dude and getting his ass beat by Beowulf, Beowulf's just like whispering like how he's gonna do like all this gay stuff, but it's not gay. Like, after this we're gonna go shopping at Bath and Body Works together. Like, no. They're gonna pick out like fucking doilies or something. There's that. I think around that time too, my parents were interested in like this one director. And their whole thing was they would take like fairy tales and like make them like dark. Which granted they're dark to begin with, but it's more like, you know, dark gothic fantasy type stuff. I made a few of those, but that was like super niche. I remember a trailer for one movie where all it like it was supposed to be like a spoof kung fu movie, and no, it wasn't Kung Pao. And like the dude's like martial arts style was like he would always just punch people in the dick. And there was one bit I'll never forget. It was like an ad for something in it, talking about like child booster seat safety in the car. Like, this is the most safest product we've ever made. The car comes to a full stop, and then the baby's like, it's obviously the baby doll, but like the baby's head flies through the windshield after the car stopped. No, he wasn't ripping all the South Park Christmas critters. Yeah. I forgot I played the South Park game on stream.
So did Tenma.
Yeah. Dude, I swear, I think Tenma might have been like the one to like start that, because there was a brief stint where like that's the game that VTubers played, because none of them are original. Which, granted, good games. They're solid like JRPGs, funny enough. Also done by the guy that we were talking about earlier, Tim Kaine. Wait, is it Tim Kaine or is that the Batman guy? Yeah. I will say, I can proudly say, when I did play on stream, I did not play as the Jew. Fucking everybody plays as the Jew class, dude. Like, oh, funny Jew class. Like, I'd rather just be a warrior and punch people in the nuts. Honestly, the most devious class was the mage. Mage was broken as shit. And just the context of them, like, playing pretend, the mage was the most fucked up, because he would shoot, like, fucking fireworks at people. He would just strip, just, like, make a puddle around somebody and then just, like, hook them up to a battery. Electrocute them. Worst weapon though was the bouncy ball with like a razor blade on it. Everybody got max bleed stacks. And then who could forget the Al Gore fight? The hardest fight in the game. And the worst part
Guys,
is...
Man Bear Pig is real. I'm super ethereal.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is like, if you progress far enough and you don't know, he will continue to spam your Twitter feed until you go beat him. It's evil.
That is pretty evil.
Like, because like on your Twitter page, that like helps you get quests. It renders your Twitter feed completely useless. And I know some people said they didn't like the second game as much. I did. Granted, I'm a superhero fan. No, I grew up with superheroes, I should say. And it's really cool you can mix and match your powers. And who could forget the epic backstory of you were too late and you saw your dad fuck your mom? Might I also say, from the amount of people I've seen play the second game, I feel like most people don't realize that Cartman's character's name, like his superhero name, is actually a slur. Granted, there's also the human kite, so... like... It's like, what was it? The World War II slur for Japanese people was shovelhead. Most people don't know that one. No, it was Zipperhead. And granted, the reason they called them that was incredibly fucked up, because they'd run their heads over with their tires. Like, and their heads are just... ugh. South Park gets away with so much shit, dude. It's got grandfathered
Yep.
in. What happened, man? We used to be extreme. Everything was extreme. We pushed the limits. And now it's like too safe. I was actually thinking about this phrase because it was like, dude, the amount of shitty music I listen to, and like I'm not a fan of the 90s, especially after mixtape, hahaha. Dude, you remember back a few months ago when we were like looking at our birth years and seeing like what like the top charting music was?
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people say like, oh, black women don't really make it in the business. Dude, there was a lot of fucking sexy black woman music in the 90s. Like, there's a lot of baby making music. And it was kind of a bop. And then, of course, you know, Mariah Carey exists. Just to print millions of money, billions of money. I know my mom doesn't like Mariah Carey, and like the country music scene doesn't. Because her whole thing was she didn't have like a country music award, so she just made like a quote-unquote country album, and everyone's like, that's not fucking country. Well, of course, you know, I can't remember if they did give it to her. I don't think they gave it to her. The media tried really hard to make her win, and it's like, that's not fucking country. And then she got pissy because she didn't get what she wanted. South Park is now Orange Man Bad and a few other things. Yeah. It's like the earlier stuff was more like, you know, it wasn't like culturally honed in. And you know, there were like a few bits, like PC Principle's kind of funny. But, you know, it was just like, it was like dumb shit, right? Like fucking Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. Not to mention that South Park's
Crab people look like crab.
tasting people. Yeah. And like Al Gore's funny. Yeah. The best culturally significant ones though was obviously when they just kept making fun of Tom Cruise and he got upset about it. Like, Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet. No, you can't keep saying that about me. It's not funny. All right, fine. Next episode, Tom Cruise in. He's out of like a fudge packing factory. And PC Principles was like season 18. What are you, a gay fish? Yeah. Fucking Kanye gay fish. The quest in the second South Park game where you have to help his mama go to heaven. And then the gay fish just hangs out with Aquaman. Oh, I'm sorry, Seaman. Dude, Aquaman gets so much shit, like, oh, what's he gonna do out of water? Nothing. Well, he can still be a badass, like Batman. But you put him in the fucking water. He's Aquaman. He's the king of Atlantis. What's he doing outside of Atlantis? I will say this. The Justice League cartoon, that Aquaman was a badass motherfucker. He did not give a shit what you thought of him. And he cut his own hand off to save his son. He's like, oh, his brother trapped him, and now like they're both gonna die to rising magma. He just cuts his fucking hand off, and he just walks right back in the throne room like he didn't even fucking phase him.
Yup.
My girl ain't a hobbit. Here's a thought, Kunajo. When do you think we'll actually get like actual like dwarf or like halfling romance options in fantasy games? We got like one like female dwarf option I know of that you can romance in a video game, and that's Harding, only because people got so blue-balled that they wanted to romance her in Inquisition.
And then they ruined it.
And then they ruined it by making by putting them in Belgard. Even then, she was apparently still the best thing in that game. Not on the fan of the lore implications, as with everything in that fucking game. Fucking can't stand it. Like, oh, you see, I have a demon in me. Are you a mage? No. Then what the fuck? That's like the entire rules of being a mage and why people hate them. Like, are you a dwarf? Yes. Can you use magic? I can use geomancy. Like, what the fuck? That's the point of being a dwarf, is you can't be a mage. Because you're magic resistant. What little hairy woman? I mean, have you seen the Duragar women in Baldur's Gate? Fuck the Drow Dami mommy. Give me the Duragar Dami mommy. They were like really cute for some reason. I mean, I could also pull up that one sauce picture of like reasons to date a dwarf woman, but... And let's be real, like... I don't think many of us would say no to like a sweet, wholesome cottagecore waifu that would just be like a hobbit. That sounds like a nice life. Although we have discerned that they would in fact be the book talk girlies, so that's kind of the downside. I know this, I worked with one. And she thought I didn't hear her. Well, I heard because she was like talking to Jackie. Of like, I only caught like a glimpse of it because, you know, I do my fucking job. And I take it with all seriousness and professionalism. And so, all I heard was like, yeah, she caught her uncle sleeping with her mother. Like, I'm just gonna ignore that for now.
I'm
But
not touching it.
I'm pretty sure it was one of the real popular ones where like this girl went to like a dragon riding school or something. I'm a Brit and I know what British women look like. Ariel can't be Princess Diana. That was the one that got paparazzi to death, right?
She's the one that died in a crash.
Yeah, because she was trying to get away from the paparazzi. Anyone remember, I mean, like, the Americans will probably remember. Does anyone remember the woman that had, like, fucking, like, 10 kids at once or something? And then the paparazzi, like, took an axe to her garage door. Like, who crashed in a tunnel in France.
The one that they made, like, the entire, reality show about? Octomom or whatever?
I think so, yeah. Which, I get it. That was the era of reality TV. But, like, come on, everyone got a fucking reality show. After cheating on her husband with the Black Doctor. It's gotta suck being in the royal family. Like, you just get paid to just fucking stand there. And, like, you have to look pretty at all times. I don't even know if they have any actual power. As an American, this offends me greatly.
So they do have some power, and it is the fact that they don't need, technically, the king doesn't need a driver's license because they're all in his name.
That's fair. Lots of conspiracies around her, or that is. I'm just now reminded of Dor from Hunter the Parenting, which takes place in, like, Norfolk,
I can't
England.
believe Jay Schlatt finally killed him.
Yeah. That's a good one. But, like, Dor is, like, such a turbo American. I love him. He refuses to eat British food, and he lives in Norfolk. He's like, he killed, like, 200 boars just to feed his son. And, like, well, I killed so many boars, we don't have to rely on American rations this week. He just let him eat anything. And his clock is Eastern Standard Time. That's the only time he ever refers to time, because to quote him, that's the correct time. Do you like Dora Besta? He is my favorite character. With how fucking cold and heartless he is towards monsters and the Dirty Harry scene, he's just so fucking good. He does like legitimately seem like a good dad. Boy. I must measure the picnic table. Aye, sure, it must be done. Oh, I am excited though. I got like 2 episodes recorded and one's dropping tomorrow. But the next episode I have to watch is What's Up with Boy, because Boy is so fucking weird. He's like 11 and he's only allowed to eat meat. Okay, yeah, the horse named Horse. A horse heresy. It's such a good series.
Have you ever seen the lore of Kenshi?
Yes.
For anyone that doesn't know, Kenshi is a post-apocalypse. It takes place on a moon that we don't know the name of. It's probably Kenshi, but it's never been confirmed. And basically, at one point, the classic sci-fi of thing of advanced group disappeared.
The staple, the On the Shoulders of Giants guys.
Yeah.
It's one of the sin games I have ever seen. It's been
you
a
can
while
do
since
pretty much anything in Kenshi.
Crazy. It's been a minute since I've seen the lore. Aren't the robots like people having like a Casher and Sins moment of like they're just going crazy because they can't die or like they rust away?
Somewhat. Some of them are like going mad because they've been online for thousands of years.
Yeah, they have their own death equivalent they have to worry about now,
and they're degrading over time.
They wipe their memory or go crazy.
Because like the first thing that happened is the I'm just gonna call them the Forerunners because I don't remember what they're actually called, and they're just basically the Forerunners. Made these giant super obedient sentient robots that they used to defeat some sort of threat. We don't know what it was. And after that, they got scared that they would turn against them, so they ordered them to go into these pits where they destroyed them. And the smaller robot guys called the Skeletons saw that, and they decided to rise up against their creators.
Because they're like, that's gonna be us next.
And then the guy that took over, Cathlon, was that his name? Cathlon? He was one of the Skeletons, and he was like king, and he was pretty good at it until there was a massive like drought or something, and it caused him to start like killing off all of the there was a famine, and he started killing off like all of the humans.
Lovely.
And because of that, now he was overthrown by a guy named Phoenix, who is the Holy Phoenix of the Holy Phoenix Empire, a very religious order.
The robots found faith.
No,
separates
he's
us from
human.
the primates. Oh. They also tried to make better humans.
The Holy Empire is very anti anything that isn't human.
Oh, based. As a fan of the male human fighter, I support this human supremacy. We stay on top. You think when we actually make artificial intelligence, Clanker will actually be a slayer for them? Because like we
Probably
jumped on
not.
that pretty quickly once AI happened. Like obviously it's a joke, but it's like that owl jokes bit, right? It's like, oh, that's what your grandparents said. Like, oh, you know, it wasn't so serious back then. We were just playing around. I, for one, am trying to make the robots see the good in life, so I'm just gonna try that first. Catlon the robot dude also tried to make better humans, and that's why you have Shek. I knew a dude that name is Goblin Rogue Monk Shek. Poor little goblin became a sheath for some dude's sword.
And then you have like the fog lands where there's just like sentient insect dudes that are cannibals, and they will capture you, tie you to a stake, and then eat you alive as part of a ritual.
Lovely. The
Yep.
Hivers.
Sort of. They're related to hivers, but they're their own like subspecies sort of thing. They're called the Fogmen.
That's horrifying in the Foglands.
Yeah. You know why it's called the Foglands? There's a lot of fog. You know what
Have
else
we
is in
learned-
the Foglands? Big things.
I mean, if we learned anything from Obscuring Mist, then how that is an eternal debate on the Pathfinder forums. That's a horrifying place. People fucking hate Obscuring Mist, and it never works the way they want it to. So honestly, it reminded me I would love to pick the Kenshi guy's brain, because some elements of it does kind of remind me of Dark Sun, and by that I mean everything is going to try to fucking kill you all the time. It's a fucking trial just to make it to your destination in Dark Sun.
What, for anyone that doesn't know anything about Kenshi, one of the main things about Kenshi is you will lose. Period. End of story. You train your stats by literally losing fights. You will get the shit beat out of you. It will happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Yeah, nope, that sounds like Dark Sun. Like, maybe if you're lucky, you'll survive till the end of the campaign. Fogmen are just hivers with a dead queen. They're using machines to keep kind of alive and birthing more drones, says Kane. Oh, so the Emperor of Mankind, but also birthing.
Did you hear that the Emperor of Mankind might be waking up?
I did not.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing that they did like a new thing about.
I appreciate that they progress the story, but they gotta be careful about that, right? Because everything's a balance of pretty much everything's fucked, and things are barely hanging on all sides. The Emperor's kind of been waking up for 30 years. Didn't they try and make him like a chaos god? Which
Pretty sure that's a fan theory.
I'll have to see like how they work that, because his whole thing is like he's like the embodiment of order. Now that doesn't exactly mean he's good, far from it, but he's the opposite of chaos. Star Child, yeah. There's a few chaos gods. Like there's the one that's just like, it was in like Warhammer Fantasy, where it's like these like comics of this dude, and he would just like jump between planes or something. He was a badass, but he found one that got trapped by the other gods. Can't remember much about him because there really was nothing to talk about other than he was a chaos god. But in his prison that he couldn't leave, there was always be like a bell ringing, and he would just fucking freak out in terror every time the bell rang. Zephyr, maybe? No, I mean, because at that point, that aspect you try to like spin a positive on, that's just Nurgle. Why fear death when you're just gonna rot anyways? And the fear. He has 100% chaos demon-like things. You have the judge that appears on a golden throne that looked a lot like Malkador the Sigillite. Oh, Malkador. Dude, that one story of like Malkador was like, yo, maybe we should make the Primarchs women. And the Emperor of Mankind just laughed at him. I mean, in defense, I think the Emperor of Mankind might have had the pulse on that one, because could you imagine, like, we already have like fan art of like female space marines in this climate. Could you even imagine how devastating that would be just to like the sexual mental state of men? Just armies of dommy mommies everywhere. No, you don't understand, Hollywood. We're not doing it because we hate women. We just don't want female space marines because you don't know the audience and what that will do to them. Of the Burning Legion, who appear to win a fight and disappear. And that one sister of battle who keeps appearing in, you know, Sanguinius, who pops in and out all the time. I almost said I am Sanguinius, but that's not right. I am a Horus. Changed my mind. I need to get back in the Warhammer stuff. Right now, I'm watching. If you guys want like a cool VTuber that does like Warhammer stuff, Dark Fantasy stuff, and like some retro games, there is the Hypnosis Villain VTuber named Porkers. I know the name is silly, but she's really cool. She recently did like an analysis review reading of Castle Drakenfell, the adventure. It's a long video, but it's really good because it goes through everything. And for those that don't know, Castle Drakenfell is like, that's the you're going to fucking turbo die campaign. That's like going to Castle Ravenloft if Ravenloft was in Warhammer Fantasy.
It's like Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah, they do that. They also just do some other like Warhammer Fantasy stuff. They're really cool. Guardsman Alba Furious, here to get the needed supplies of every tactical move you have made in the past 3 years. How pissed do you think do people know that Blueberry Boy is banging an elf? Or is that just like nobody really knows it? They know. And how do they feel about it? They better not be okay with it.
I mean, he's robot girly man. He's immune to being called a hypocrite.
That's true.
Remember, the Ultra Smurfs have way more than 300 fucking Space Marines.
Even though he's the one that made it.
Even though he's the fucking Primarch that made that shit.
Yeah. Which, I will say this. He could have said like, okay, that was kind of fucked up. You know, I had a lot of time to think when I was dying. But, I mean, that's probably a gameplay thing. Like the two redacted legions. Which, really cool idea. Of like, okay, we're gonna have these like mystery legions so you can make your own, and then nobody did it. I think one of them might have been Japanese based. The Lords of Terror tried to kill him and got their shit rocked. Because, you know, the Golden Boys said, oh, fuck a Primarch, we are working. Said, fuck a Primarch, we're working for him. The Golden Boys. Oh, who is it? The VTuber Aurelia Tempest? The, legally distinct Custodes VTuber? Who, shocker, she has a huge thing for Sanguinius, which, let's be real, we all probably have like, we would all have a thing for Sanguinius. He's the best of us. He died for our sins. You should kill your toaster. Because
I don't know,
Horse touched it.
I'm more of a Lehman Russ or
Lehman Russ is pretty dope.
Rogel Dorn guy.
The fucking roast. I mean, you guys know me, I like my white scars. Which, they're actually really cool. They just have psychers, and it's like, yeah, they're part of us. And like, they don't turn into demons.
My
Dorn.
favorite Space Marine group is the Excoriators.
Dorn would only do missionary and nothing else. Fucking Dorn, where it's just like, what was it with Peter Turbo? Is like, Dorn, do you really think you're better than me at engineering? Yes. Because he can't lie. Like, fuck you, Dorn.
No,
I mean-
I know I'm better than you at engineering.
Yeah, Perturabo. That's his name, Peter Turbo.
Peter Turbo.
It's like, I
Peter,
always
the
think,
horse is here.
Peter, the horse is here. But like the one animation of the Iron Warriors go to infiltrate the walls of the Imperial Fists. It's basically just like the bit from Monty Python. He's like, oh, are you going to cry, Iron Fist? No, no, I am not. They just drop a tank in front of him. Hey, that could have killed me. Hey, guys, we missed. Get another. They don't even like shoot the tank, they just drop it on him. Richard is a dick though, to be fair. I did see a comic where he beat the shit out of what's his name, the Griffith boy. I should know this. He's the Emperor's Children guy, Fulcrum. Cause he's just like tired of his shit. He's like, no, I don't want to be better than you. I want an equal Fulcrum. Like, but I am better than you, he says as he's bleeding on the ground. This is there. I'm like going through all the legions in my head. Because I know when we played Space Marine, like my general outfits were, of course, the White Scars, the Space Wolves, and then just for the bit, the Blood Angel Bros. Salamanders are still the best legion, because they're not assholes.
I wouldn't be able to do the Excoriators because one of their main things is that they leave non critical damage on their power armor. So like the visual damage, and they mark where they got it and what they got it from in High Gothic.
Cool. Of course. And you get sealed with a little parody seal. The cosmetics early on in Space Marine were so shit. It's like, you get a little purity seal. Like, wow. Thanks.
Oh boy.
Thank you. And thank you, Papa Space Marine. You're so generous. Yeah, also flamethrowers for the salamanders. Like, I know because it's wargaming, but there was a lot of engineer boys. Hero Fist, Iron Warriors, the Salamanders, and what's that one theory is like they made duplicates of like a lot of the legions just in case one of them died. Like I know they're not the same legions, but like, oh fuck, what's the one that's all about spreading fear? and torture. And the Night Somethings. Those
I
guys
have no
were
idea.
they're very similar to like the Raven Guard. Granted, they're both like super edgy dudes, but edgy long black haired dudes. Very different legions, but you know, they're kind of similar. You know, I just now had a thought because people have talked about it like a little bit ago. They might be like, and I really hope they don't do this because that's like the entire intrigue. The oh fuck, I just forgot their names. The Alfarius dudes. Night Hunter. Yeah, Conrad. Conrad Kurz's legion. But what were they called? The Hydra guys. Where like they might give an action.
Thousand Suns?
No, that's Magnus. Vulcan, who's the espionage boys in Warhammer?
Motherfucker,
Alpharis.
why'd I join in on this conversation? Alpha Legion.
Thank you.
And Raven Guard, and technically the Dark Angels.
Okay.
And the
For
Night
the
Warriors.
Alpha Legion. The idea, like, do you think James Workshop would be dumb enough to like give the answer to whose side the Alpha Legion is on?
They have
Yes.
Yes, because they've heavily alluded to it in the past a lot. And the running theory. This was the first conversation I've had with y'all in a long while, because I've also been in the hospital, but I'll get into that later. They've alluded to the Alpha Legion being loyalist a lot. Through Horus Heresy books and even modern day books talking about
Night Lords, thank you.
Omegon being the last living Primarch for Alpha Legion, because you know they have the twins. Alfarius is straight up just fucking dead. Omegon's the one alive.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm Alfarius.
Fuck you. But Omegon is supposedly very much alive and well and currently doing weird Alpha Legion shenanigans to make the things of pain easier for the Imperium.
Yeah.
You know, knowing
Is
the
it-
Chaos Gods, I wouldn't be surprised if Zinch was just helping humanity. Just because.
Yeah, it
Just for
feels like
shits and giggles.
Just because it would be more interesting.
he's had a heated gamer moment, and he's helped humanity.
Very, very quickly to get out of the way so I don't sidetrack us later too much. I was in the hospital for carbon monoxide poisoning yesterday.
Oh Jesus!
Straight up bullshit is what that is. My entire body was shaking. Everything fucking hurt. I got hooked up to fucking an IV and a shitload of drugs for about 8 hours, and it sucked. Every minute of that was pain. But anyway, I'm alive now, and me and my infinite wisdom, I was like, I'm gonna have a bottle of wine tonight. Not even drunk, because the medicine and IVs from last night are still in place. So it's very unfortunate.
That explains the brain damage, says Kane.
Well, to be fair, the carbon monoxide yesterday, I was working on a car Monday. The symptoms didn't show up until the following day. The symptoms didn't show up for a day, and then it got really bad on the second day. And what it was is I was underneath the car, the exhaust manifold was completely cut in half, and I didn't notice until they started the car. So I got a fucking mouthful of pitch black, disgusting fucking smoke from this car.
Okay, it was a car.
And
That was gonna be like what happened to Weird Al's parents.
well, dude, it was painful. I couldn't breathe for about 20 minutes, like effectively breathe. I could breathe, but I was like heaving and throwing up, and I coughed blood on multiple occasions that afternoon. It got better before I left work, so I was like, oh, I don't need to go to urgent care. The next day, around 1 o'clock-ish, oh, I feel really fucking sick. Maybe something went wrong, right? And then I woke up the following morning at yesterday morning at about 6 o'clock, and I was coughing and I couldn't breathe, and I had to actually because it was a body response. It was it was a shock response. I got woken up, and I immediately rolled on my side, threw up blood, and went, I'm going to the ER. This is terrible. I go to the ER. They diagnosed me with carbon monoxide poisoning. Like, you should not be able to speak. This is really, really bad. So they hooked me up to an IV, monitored me for a couple hours. I got a shitload of opiates and steroids to not die because I literally couldn't breathe.
Fun.
And they discharged me last night, and they're like, "Here, take this opiate. It'll keep you alive." I said, "Fuck no." Didn't take it all day. Just took a couple ibuprofen. I'm perfectly fine now. I do not recommend ever getting sick like that. Ever.
Yeah, there's that one dude that tries to fuck his car on Vice.
I don't. Hawk,
The guy that's in love with his car and like kisses it.
Hawk, me saying Hawk is me telling you to be quiet with it.
Look, I'm not saying like I approve of that fucking degenerate's advice. Like the chick that loves huffing gasoline, like cooked her fucking brain.
But yeah, no, I was in really rough shape the last couple days. Like, I'm talking like whenever I was getting into my car yesterday to drive to the ER, which was not a good idea, let's be honest. I couldn't hold anything. My hand was shaking that bad. I felt like I had Parkinson's and I couldn't speak very well, so I had to write down on not a piece of paper, on my phone, what I was trying to explain to the ER people, and I didn't even have to wait. They just immediately wheeled me in, and I'm like, just in my own head, I'm like, this is great. And then they pumped me full of fucking morphine. I'm like, this is fucking great.
I feel alive right now.
But anyway, I'm quitting work at Valvoline because fuck Valvoline.
Yeah.
They paid for my hospital bills. That's about all the good they've done in the last couple months, so I'm quitting. I work 3 more days and I'm done.
Fair. I'll say, like, imagine like all the shit you've been through, and then that's what gets you. You would not get into Valhalla then.
If I died from that, like, that was a big motivator of me to fucking roll myself onto my side and puke fucking blood in the morning. Was in my head, I'm like, I'm not dying from this. This is not what's gonna kill me. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be from alcohol poisoning, not this.
Or rectal trauma.
Fuck you, maybe. But yeah, no, I that was, dude. Ooh, fight or flight is an experience. If you're not even awake yet and you're already like rolling yourself on your side and forcing yourself to puke, that is a terrible, terrible experience. I also had to replace my carpet today.
Oh, that can suck too.
But yeah, no, I think I am officially done working on cars, just period, because I am not dying from that.
I mean, I haven't ever worked in mechanics. My father has. That's not exactly a job you stay at.
You can even ask your father if he's had like carbon monoxide poisoning. It is the worst fucking experience known to God.
Yeah, he's had some near-death stories working out in one place. I'll
Like,
name
dude,
it, but
yeah, you don't have to. Well, not on call at least. If you name it outside of here, I'll probably know it. But
like realistically,
no,
from my hair, that place, I would be surprised if that place is still open. How horrible
like,
it was.
bro, when they had to do an incision to make sure that like something didn't explode like within my lungs, and then one of their worries was my liver as well, because I wasn't taking fluids very well. but that was a separate issue. That wasn't my liver, thank God. I need that. But when they opened up my chest a little bit, well, not my chest, they made a small incision on the left side of my. I can't tell you without looking at it, and I'm racing the car in my game right now. But when they opened me up, they're like, your lungs, just from that alone, are permanently scarred. You literally should never smoke or do anything ever again. It's already unhealthy, but if you do it again, there's a high chance that you will die. Just from like poisoning. Blood poisoning was the worry. So, yeah, no, I'm fucked, and I'm only 23. I am just fucked for life now because of that one incident.
Yeah, how's that I'm gonna die at 30 mentality?
It's becoming more and more real, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. That's usually what happens when death comes knocking. Just wait till you're 30, Vulcan. Life's gonna hit you hard.
My brother in
Join me
Christ,
this game.
I've had too many near-death experiences already. I'm too fucking young for them.
You have your Great Gatsby crisis like me.
No, if I have a Great Gatsby crisis, I'm gonna make a fucking killdozer.
Hell yeah, brother.
We are not the same.
You know, I'm just thinking maybe, you know, Great Gatsby, I think the main character, he was just kind of a bitch about it. Like I've been saying, you know, guys, I just think Icarus, I think he was just a bit of a bitch. I just think he couldn't take the heat. The worst mentality to have with that moral.
Yes,
I can do it better.
The paragon of morality.
This is like, oh, you gotta be careful, otherwise you fly too close to the sun. Like, bitch couldn't take the heat. I can. Now watch this drive.
But yeah, no. I almost died this week. It has been a experience, and I never want to repeat it again.
Like, I had a bad
Especially not
revelation
this
at work
one.
today.
Wow, did the 6-foot goth woman finally hit on you?
No, but people say that she might, in fact, like me. Which I said,
Go for it, motherfucker! Don't be a pussy!
no, I don't shit where I eat. Well, granted, I probably won't be eating there much longer because, my boss...
It don't matter! Every time I laugh and yell, my lungs physically hurt.
Don't yell.
I want you to understand the gravity of my yelling right now. Go for it. Don't be a pussy.
Well, you see, I wouldn't feel as bad for it, but like we used to work with this one guy, and keep in mind he was like fucking 20, and like as soon as he left to go work somewhere else, he laid it all on the fucking line at Jackie, and he was looking like hook up and like, damn, that's fucked up.
I mean, game respects game, but also bad way of going about it.
And he was kind of hood ready too. But
Wanted that.
which, funny enough, apparently he's studying to become a doctor now. But yeah, well, that works. So my boss might be leaving the state, and that hits harder now because after today. And so here's what happened: was too many people were on vacation last week. So I had to work. I usually work every other weekend. I had to work my weekend, that weekend, and now I have to work this weekend. And last weekend, you know, I wasn't even supposed to be here. It was me and my boss exclusively. No one else. We somehow managed to get everything done. And that then is going to bring into the problem of now corporate thinks we can get it done, even though we bust our asses and got incredibly lucky. And so I go into work today. We had more people starting than we usually do. It was a fucking shit show today. Now keep in mind, my boss wasn't working. So I'm just sitting here, I'm just here like, this fucking sucks. The duality is unsettling. How do we get less done with more people? Oh right, because he wasn't here. He's gonna be working for the rest of the week, and I am. I gotta close tomorrow.
Rip.
Womp.
Womp indeed. Womp womp.
Call Jackie, go on a date.
I did have a conversation with her about the goth girl psyop, funny enough.
Oh my god! Just do it already!
You know, because it was actually kind of funny. So, as I talked about this on stream, I had a dream. Like, you guys know that, like, I don't know if it's like BuzzFeed or whatever, but it's like a guy will like be in a room with a bunch of women. It's kind of like this weird like dating thing, hitting it off. I had a dream about that, but it was goth women. And like, okay, this is going well, you know, we're shooting the shit, it's a good time. And then they all get to basically do like an anonymous, I'd go on a date with them, I would not go on a date with them. And they pulled the rug out from under me. Like, out of the 10 of them, only one would go on a date with me. Like, what the fuck? And I was telling Jackie about that, like, I wonder what that says about my psyche. Am I confident in myself? Am I too hard on myself? Do I not believe in myself? Is my brain actively trying to fight against the goth girl psyop that's affected all of us as children? And then that's when we started talking about it. And I learned that her first crush, her first, like, girl crush was Raven from Teen Titans. Like, you know, it's pretty solid. Yep.
Yeah, that's not surprising in the slightest, let's be real.
Like that, Gwen from probably Total Drama Island, Shago from Kim Possible. I think those are some of the big ones. Mine was, of course, Lulu. Because, like, when you're young, the big titty goth witch just shows up wearing the, like, black fur coat made of belts. And of course, you know, she's the black mage, so she's kind of crazy broken. I think the only, like, black mage in, like, Final Fantasy that isn't, like, busted is in, like, 14, because it's an MMO and you have to stand still at the cast. Yeah, dude, that entire day, I put this in the Discord, that entire day was fucking crazy in terms of conversations. Because then I talked about Soylent Green, Atlas Shrugged in 1984 with an old woman. And then another dude came in, and we talked about like the negative psychological effects of Wegovy. Because this dude was talking about like, yeah, you can put the Wegovy back. I've been trying to get my wife off of it because she's not obese and she's not diabetic. She's using it purely for weight loss, and I'm trying to like get her to work out. Like, dude, I totally get you. Let me tell you about the fall of the Eldar, buddy. If you have no need, a drive that you need something, you just become debaucherous. Why work for something when you don't have to? And then, yeah, my boss talked about, and again, this sounds fucked up when you first hear it. Where because basically what happened was this fucking moody bitch came in, you know, saying fuck this, fuck that, fuck this machine, and just being a right fucking asshole. And then me and my boss were talking about after she left, because believe it or not, guys, when someone helps you in their job and you walk away, they will talk about you. I've come to terms with this and I fully understand. And so we were talking about like, man, we really do live in a world where everybody gets to live, huh? Because, you know, back in the day, it was just like if you were being an asshole and you weren't contributing, they just exile you and you get eaten by bears. Now you can't do that. You have to help everybody.
I'm paying attention to your story. I can't come up with a response right now because I am racing right now and I'm listening to the fucking, oh, what's the sound? Fuck.
Chobits they mix with Hamilton?
No, it's God damn, what the fuck is it from? It's an
Beer for
anime
my
song.
horses.
No, it's an anime song.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
No, I'll send it over in a second. It makes it even worse because I'm racing in a fucking Porsche.
We need every popular anime opening now. Chat, list them off.
It's by Creepy Nuts. That's all I know. And that is a actual name, and I fucking
Bling
adore
Bang Born.
it. Yeah, no, God damn it, fucking Bowie knife!
You say Bowie knife?
Yeah,
Play
Bowie
Death
Knife
Race?
99. Bowie Knife 99 is an AI that will come out of nowhere. He'll, like, halfway through the race, he'll turn around and just ram right into you.
He diddled me in a Ford F-150.
Dude, the AI in racing games now just seems like such bullshit. Like, my dad, he'll be leagues ahead of everybody, going like top speed. He's fucking amazing at racing games. All of a sudden, here comes this
Brother,
little fucking AI
This
shit and
is
just...
a street race with the restriction of supercars. This is a Ford F-150.
It's a super Ford F-150.
It's the fucking Ford 150, I guess.
The Ford 151.
Shut up, I don't want to hear that name. No, this fucking cuck T-boned me in a corner in a street race.
I'm just reminded of... I found some... There's this one guy, he does like Lancer animations. And for those that don't know, that's like the top, like, most well-known mecha tabletop game. Dude, the fucking Nelson is like the craziest shit because it's all about like it's the mech that goes fast, full jets, spear in hand, and just charges people. And the fucking quotes from people that ride Nelsons are crazy. It's like fucking out of like Need for Speed or some shit. There's a moment in every Nelson pilot's life where they want to achieve that goal, where they go beyond velocity, beyond the sound barrier, until their bones rattle and to explode into something greater. Like, what the fuck? That's
Sorry to interrupt your
badass.
story, but Kona Joe, do you know about Final Vance as well? Final Vance is a cursed fucking racer similar to Bowie Knife, but he also now in his Mercedes has a damn picture of JD Vance on his car. And it's the photo of JD we all know and love.
Of course. That's the last
You're gonna have
thing
to
you
narrow
see.
it down.
Imagine, dude,
It's
that's the
the
last
original
thing you
one.
fucking see before he like T-bones you and breaks every bone in your body.
Damn it! He T-boned me again! I hate Final Vance and I hate Bowie Knife. They can both suck my fucking taint, lick my nuts, slap me on the ass, and call it a day, because I'm fucking fed up with them.
I'm just now seeing it like it's a fucking like Neon Genesis Evangelion title now. Final Vance, you will not add parentheses Vance.
I really don't like seeing a big fucking AI photo of JD Vance rapidly approaching behind me. That is horrifying. It is genuinely.
So, are you gonna HIPAA wrap your car?
What wrap my car?
HIPAA.
Pippa wrap? No, I put Omni-Man on all my cars.
But someone made a Pipkin Pippa wrap.
I'm not putting a Pippa wrap on my fucking car. I have sanity left.
No, you don't.
Just because I'm an alcoholic doesn't remove any less of my sanity.
Give it time. You've lost quite a bit of sanity, knowing me.
Considering I probably have brain damage after yesterday, yeah, I probably don't have much left.
Drain damage.
Train damage.
I like trains.
I like dodos. Final
I really
Fantasy
like
is scary.
Cone.
Why? Cause it's Cone.
Has
Oh,
all the
here, I'll-
juices.
I'll stream the Omnimobile real quick. I think both of you will get a kick out of it.
I swear to God, if I see a big ass on my screen.
It's not. It is just the Omnimobile.
Okay.
Let me find it. It's somewhere in my list.
Oh my God, dude.
Where are you?
He's
Where's the
scrolling. He's scrolling. My God, dude, this is like me trying to find a GIF in the GIF machine on Discord.
I don't remember what it's. There it is.
Oh my God, dude, the color, the paint job. Oh my God. Chat, the fucking front windshield is just Omni-Man's eyes and mustache.
let me take it to the.
It looks like
Let me
something
take it-
out of fucking Robots.
I'm gonna take it to the drag strip. I think you'll both fucking like how fast I got this thing to go. And like all my greatest creations, I made it plastered, so I don't even know how it does anymore.
I mean, that's how you beat Armored Core.
Somehow, I still don't remember how I beat that game. Anyway,
I mean, if it's like Dark Souls, just pure attrition and white girl music for you. It was wild being your DJ that night, man. I was like trying to find like some like epic robot boss music. Like, no, I need California Girls. That's some
You
Mondo
just like me,
Vericon.
for real, for real.
me when I see a single family of 5 on the road. I love how fast this fucking car is.
Now you just reminded me of like the beginning of Last of
I
Us.
need to taunt the people.
You know that opening scene where Joel's like, "Hey Joel, there's a family that needs help. Keep driving," which I don't blame him.
Yeah, fucking control it.
Oh my God, the wheels are so close together.
Tree. Are
He's
you
just in
sure?
the forest now, chat. Are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
Bro, you hit one slightly big tree and you're paced on the fucking wall.
This car's gonna get split in half.
I'm literally just go. Oh, that's.
Some crazy physics. The fucking face, dude. It's such a wild emote.
I think there's a better one actually. Yeah. Let
Crazy
me,
that
let me go
Omni-Man's
and
and
actually look at
everything.
this.
The worst thing I ever saw
Oh, it
was in
says my name, it says
Tomodachi
my name.
Live.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not streaming it, so
Oh,
I has no fucking clue what's going on. I'm
I
trying
also
to pay as
wasn't
much
paying
commentary
attention.
as I can. Like, the worst Omni-Man thing I ever saw was the one with like his big ass, and it was like a pet in Tomodachi light. And that thing could be any picture, but it bounces. Oh my God! I just looked back.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. We're not even talking about that one.
We'll let it be a
Um,
mystery.
Cartman's one. Oh, my chest. Oh, I'm gonna die fucking doing this.
Animate girl face.
Wait.
But, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you know what I
really?
just realized? With the shape and color palette of your Omni-Man car, it
The
kind
fucking
of reminded
rabbit.
me of Aunt Fanny from Robots.
We have Peter. There's so many good ones. Uganda. Patrick.
No, let it die. We were there,
Communism.
Vulcan.
The Mystery Mobile. There
Hello
is an
Kitty.
invincible one. Kinder Egg.
It's this silly
Quagmire,
little car.
Plankton, Sponge. Okay, the SpongeBob one's pretty good. There's one that's just a photo of Netanyahu's fucking face.
Honestly, that SpongeBob one, I could see that being like one of those Playmate cars.
I need to change this back to Omni-Man before I forget. I don't want to log in and see fucking Israel.
But you told him now,
sure?
Vulcan.
It's just called Are You Sure? Ah, I fucking love it.
No,
Alright,
I don't know
where's-
why. Just what's the
where's
one
my
quote
other
from the
tiny
Psychos
car?
and Borderlands? Only a coward
Oh, the
hides.
Toblerone.
It's just a
The
long car chat.
Toblerone. I could get the hentai hog again, the warthog with anime titties on it. I'm not gonna do it right now.
Looks like a puma.
Where is it? Where's? I don't even want to look at what the fucking Volkswagen bus has on it.
Well,
Okay,
anyways, chat.
we're gonna buy the tiny car.
It's almost midnight here, and we didn't even touch Fabio Ultima. We were just shooting the shit. So
And we're about to get in some shit you don't even want to be here for.
yeah, it'll horrify you and disturb you. So yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by. If you did, this is great having a little fun here. How many people got for? Is there anybody I can raid? Anyone I'm following?
Your mother.
This is my curse. I believe it's streaming, but nah. Probably just call it there. In that case, again, thank you all so much. Y'all are super cool. Hopefully I will find time and I'll get off my ass and be motivated to finally finish that Fabulous Ultima thing. And we can start doing that for like the YouTube side. I hope so. I feel bad that's been like a year I've been saying like, we're gonna do it, guys! So hopefully we'll get that done soon. Oh yeah. Y'all are super cool. Take care, everybody. Bye. I'll definitely make you my bride in the future. You see, motherfuckers, I am vindicated right now. Y'all like, this is a horrible monstrosity and needs to die in a fire. I showed this girl passion, and I showed her love. I'm fucking right.